There's a very interesting Axios report that shows our friend Bernie Sanders understands they can't count on Republicans for a damn thing, and that he plans to push COVID relief and maybe more through the Senate with a simple majority. He was on CNN State of the Union yesterday talking about this, and he said they'll see about other issues. With the COVID relief package proposed by Joe Biden, which will top up the $600 payments to $2,000 with an additional $1,400 and expand unemployment benefits and do a lot of other things. Bernie Sanders says it will be a simple majority vote in the Senate to get it through. Why is this so important? This process known as budget reconciliation allows Democrats to skip or circumvent the 60 vote requirement that exists in the Senate for many, many legislative attempts for many bills. And if Democrats are able to use budget reconciliation to, rather than need 60 votes in the Senate, which means you've got to find 10 Republican votes, 50 with Kamala Harris's tie-breaking vote would be enough to get benefits to unemployed Americans, to bolster unemployment benefits, to get that additional $1,400 payment. And what Bernie Sanders is saying is really clear, really pragmatic. And I love to see him saying this. Bernie says, quote, "What we cannot do is wait weeks and weeks and months to go forward. We have to act now. We're going to use reconciliation. That's 50 votes in the Senate plus the vice president to pass this legislation." And when he was asked if he wants a relief bill passed before Trump's impeachment trial begins in just a couple of weeks, he said, "We've got to do everything. This is not, you don't have time to sit around weeks on impeachment and not get vaccines into the arms of people," referring, of course, to the additional vaccine funding in the coronavirus stimulus. I think that this is absolutely the right thing to do. You don't have to. I mean, listen, we're going to be having the conversation about the filibuster soon on the show, and I've been reading a lot about it. Many of you have been saying, talk about getting rid of the filibuster or not. Aside from that, not only may Democrats have to do this, Democrats will have to do this on a number of issues over the next couple of years. They have until the 2022 midterms to show what it means to have a Democratic majority and what can be done with it. If they waste it by letting the Republican Party poison the well on everything they want to do and obstruct the way we know Republicans are planning to do, it will actually make the case for giving Democrats more seats in 22 very difficult to make. Wait a second. You had the House, Senate, and White House, and you didn't get anything done. Well, we needed 60. Well, but you could have used budget reconciliation to get it done with a simple majority. Right. But no, these are unique times coming off of arguably the worst presidency in modern American history during a mishandled global 100-year pandemic with an economic layer on top of the medical layer. If there is ever a time to say, guys, you Marjorie Taylor Greens and Lauren Boeberts, Ted Cruz, and all these guys who are still raising money from these wacko cultist Trumpists, we just can't even deal with you guys. We're going to get things done on our own. And that's how ultimately Democrats will have to justify re-election in November of 2022. This is the idea of getting rid of the filibuster. This is why Mitch McConnell is fighting it, because they want to do anything they can to prevent Democrats from being able to pass things with a simple majority. Budget reconciliation is a way that they could do COVID relief without getting 60 votes. Now, on the filibuster, there are arguments on both sides. If I'm sort of previewing my most recent thought, I'm leaning towards being supportive of getting rid of the filibuster. That's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is about passing COVID relief quickly. I'm talking in the next 10 to 14 days without a 60 vote majority using budget reconciliation. Now, it's important to remember budgets can't be filibustered. Anything that is allocations of money or lack thereof can be passed without 0 Republican votes. There are other things where, as of right now, Republicans can filibuster. If Democrats decide we're going to do this with a simple majority, Republicans can't stop them. I believe this is the right decision. I'm glad to see Bernie in this position. And I want to hear from you. Where do you think this is going to lead during the next 2 years? Find me on Twitter at @DPakman. One of our sponsors today is Trivia Star, a free trivia game for mobile devices with over 60 different trivia categories, including things I know you would love, like geography, history, science, many other great topics, movies, sports, food. I've been having a bunch of fun with it because I, as the player, get to choose the category. So I'm only answering questions on topics I'm interested in. There are over 1,000 different levels to progress to, over 10,000 different questions, which get harder over time. So it gets more and more interesting as you play. If you love trivia like I do, I remember the days pre-virus of going out to trivia at a bar, and you want a fun way to keep yourself sharp. Check it out. Really well-designed game, 4.9 star rating, and the #1 rated mobile trivia game in the world. It's totally free. Just go to the Apple and Android App Store and search for Trivia Star.